welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm a little nervous, but it's necessary. So I want to first apologize for my glasses. My contacts haven't come in yet, and yeah, I'm wearing my glasses, so if there's a glare, y'all will be fine. But I'm really nervous. I did a thing, and I'm about to tell you what that thing is. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Hold on. So I wrote a book, and here it is, and it just came in the mail, and I'm about to unbox it. So this is my book unboxing, I guess. So it hasn't been opened. I took my address off so y'all couldn't try to come kill me, but I have my scissors and this is it. So I'm gonna open it. Let's see. Ooh. Oh my gosh. This is way harder than it looks. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. Wait. Oh my gosh. Mom, it's so cute.
That's it?
Yes.
Oh, heck no.
Come here.
Is that what was in the box?
Yes. Okay. Let's see. This is it. It's titled "This Is Me," and oh, y'all, I have a book. Okay, y'all. Okay, so I mean, okay. This is it. Okay. Okay, here's the back. Woo! And it has the not for resale on there. I can't believe, like, this is real. There's real words. There's real words. I can't. Mom! Okay. I mean, it's so cute. Look how little it is. Okay, so it's about 80 pages. It is 80 pages. There's no about. It's a 5x8. And yeah, let me give you a little bit of backstory. Are you gonna come? You gonna come see it? Oh my goodness! Now she's fussing. I ordered 3 of them. Here they are. Oops. Y'all, I have a book. I have 3 books. I can't believe it. I can't like your girl has a book, bro. I have a book. All right, let's get into it. Okay, I'm just gonna. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so I can't believe it. Like I'm like this. That's me. Like that's me. Like this is me. This is me. Yo. Okay, so backstory. Very long story short. Very long story short. This book is a commemoration of different events in my life that I would say were my lowest points in life. So it walks you through those different times in my life and what went on and why they were such low points. But then it also talks about why I'm grateful for those moments because they helped shape me into the person that I am today. So it like goes through the deep dark stuff and then it brings you back on the other side of like hope and happiness. Okay, so yeah, let me give you, okay, hold on. I'll show you guys more in detail. Okay. So how this came about, because I had no interest in writing a book whatsoever. Once again, another long story short, I work for a local school district and I had Christmas winter break off and I was in a really hard place in my life, I guess. There was a lot of confusion. The light is so weird now. There was a lot of confusion and just turmoil and like just a lot of stuff, like a nice terrible jumbo of things that was going on personally for me. So I had said to my coworkers, we did our Christmas party and I said, they were like, what are you going to do over break? And I was like, I am going to do some really intense self-care. So they were like, cool. So I went into break with that intention of really doing a lot of soul searching, self-development, blah, blah, blah. And I hit a wall. And I was really, really, really mad, like very angry, because I had been feeling this way for a long time. I'd say collectively about a year, but really it got really, really intense probably the last 3 months. And I was just over it. Like I was like, I'm tired of this. So me and Jesus had to come to Jesus. I guess I came to Jesus and I was like, yes, I can't continue doing this. Like something's got to give. Help me. And so he was like, been waiting on you to finally get yourself out of the way and come to me. And I was like, okay. So he was like, I got you, boo. And I know that sounds kind of like sacrilegious, but this is how me and Jesus talk. Okay. So I like came to him, like I was like on my knees and I was like, I cannot continue like this. Like something's got to give. So then the next day, I couldn't sleep. Like I was up till like 3 a.m. and that never happens. Like I can sleep anywhere at any time. Like I could not sleep. And so I was like, all right, Jesus, like obviously I can't sleep for a reason. Like what's the reason behind this? And he was like, you need to write a book. And I was like, no. And he was like, yes. And I was like, no. And so he was like, you can do this the easy way or the hard way. And I was like, I'll take the hard way for 100, Alex. Like for real. I was like, I'm not writing a book. I have no interest in this. And so he was like, all right, you said the hard way. So I was like, wait, I was just kidding. And so I was like, all right, Jesus, if I'm supposed to write a book, you give me a sign. And so he was like, all right. So I went to go on YouTube because I couldn't sleep. And like one of the first videos I saw, y'all, I don't know if y'all have ever seen like random ads come up, but it was like, hey, if you're thinking of writing a book, here's a way for you to self-publish. And I was like, okay. So I was like, all right, like you told me, I'm gonna be obedient. Cool. So I went to the library. I wanted to go to Barnes and Nobles because I wanted to look at, I was like, I don't know what type of book I need to write. And then I was like, I would probably obviously write a nonfiction. And I was like, I don't want to do an autobiography. My life is not that interesting. But I was like, oh, a memoir. Like I've read plenty of memoirs. And I was like, that's a really good idea. Like I'd write a memoir. So I was like, the next day I was like, I'll go to Barnes and Noble to look through some memoirs, see how they're formatted. And they were closed because I was going to go too early. I had somewhere else to go. So I went to our local library, local public library. And like literally, I'm not even lying, Jesus led me to a book. Like I was literally just walking up and down the nonfiction aisles. I wasn't looking for anything in particular. And he led me specifically to a book. I read the book. It was life-changing. It was exactly, like when I tell you exactly what I needed, and it just catapulted me out of that funk I was in. Like it was life-changing. I mean, it really was. And I knew it was nothing but Jesus because the way I came about the book, it was just super random. So yeah, so the book was like, I mean, it literally just completely just shifted everything. Like everything just changed. So I was like, all right. I came to God. I was on my knees. I needed a change. He provided that change. Like that book was what I needed. And I was like learning and relearning how to hear his voice again because me and him had been out of communication for a while. So I was like, I knew the book thing wasn't just something I came up with, plus I got in my sign. So anyway, long story short, this is not technically short, but I wrote it in about 10, 12 days, maybe. I had basically written it in about, I'd say I wrote it in about a week, but then just things started happening where I didn't write anymore and like the cover and all that. So about 12 days, I'd say it was from start to finish, 12 days. So this is it. These are all of my inner thoughts, my inner dialogues. Yes, so here it is. And basically, for me, the purpose of this, it was a very healing process. It was very, very cathartic. Because I'm an internalizer, I internalize everything. And so to finally get all of it out was very, very therapeutic and healing. And so I didn't, like, I'm not a journaler. Like, I'm not one to journal. Hold on, the light's weird. I'm not a journaler. And I'm not a diary writer. But to have something like, I mean, it was like flowing out of me. It was really cathartic. So I am very grateful that I was obedient. And now, okay, so here's where it gets a little hairy. I have no intention of like publishing this book for the public to see. But I did make, I mean, I have 3 copies here, so I think if anybody wants it, like, I would let them read. I say this now, but I'll probably, like, it seems weird to me that somebody would read my inner thoughts. Like, that seems very invasive, I guess, but there's a reason why he told me to write it, and so I'm just going to be obedient. If somebody needs it, I would probably just send it to them or let them read it, but I am feeling very uneasy about having somebody read my inner dialogue. Like, it just seems, that's a vulnerable space that I don't feel comfortable going into right now. But I think with growth, you have to have discomfort. You have to go through, who was it? Ayanla Van Zant was like, you have to go through the birthing pains you have to go through the labor pains in order to birth growth, I think is what she said. And so being vulnerable would definitely be a labor pain for me, but I think that vulnerability would help birth something that I'm supposed to learn from all of this. So anyway, this is my book. I'm going to show you guys more in detail, and then just at the cover and stuff. And then, yeah, I'll show my parents. Like, my mom wants to see it, but then she wants to be cute on camera. My dad has no idea any of this is happening, so I'll show you guys their reaction as well. So stay tuned for that. Also, really quickly, before my parents come on, let me fix the camera. Okay. I just wanted to let y'all know. Well, it also, okay, so the book goes through my lowest points, my highest points, not my highest points, but my lowest points, and then how those were pivotal in making me the person that I am today, and how I'm grateful for them. But it also talks about like different self-care things you can do to help yourself through your healing process, whatever that is, as well as giving you encouragement along the way. Anyway, I just want to tell you guys that, yeah, just if, I don't know if a book has ever been on your heart, like heavy on your heart or on like at the forefront of your mind or not, but if like honestly, if I could write a book, if I've written a book, I wrote a book. If I can do it, you can do it. And that's for real. I've always been good at writing. I've just never really enjoyed it thoroughly. But I would say to give it a go if that's something that you've been wanting to do. I think 2019 is going to be a very interesting year as I continue to be obedient. Like, I know what God's voice sounds like, I know what He feels like, but I had been very disconnected from Him for almost all of 2018. A large majority of 2018, I felt that disconnection, and it was all on my end. Just because I was frustrated with a lot of stuff and I was having a tantrum, let's just be honest. But anyway, I would say for you to continue seeking His voice, hearing His voice, and I would encourage you to be obedient. I would encourage you to go with your gut and your intuition. God gives us little signs of things, whether we're doing something right or wrong, or whether something is right or wrong, and I would tell you not to ignore those things. He gives us an intuition for a reason, and for you to trust that. But I encourage you for 2019 to step into your purpose. And if your purpose is to write a book, then write the book. And I'm telling you, the quicker you are obedient, the easier your path will be. My disobedience cost me about a year, roughly about a year of discontentment and chaos. And I feel like that all would have been eliminated a lot quicker had I been obedient. And just obedient. And just trusting. So this book is just for that person who needs a little bit of extra encouragement, who thinks that whatever it is that they're going through, they're the only one. If I had to put it under a category, I would say it's under the umbrella of like memoir / self-help / self-development. But the memoir piece, it just navigates you through basically the traumas in my life. And then it walks you through the silver linings of those traumas, like the big picture of why they needed to happen. And then it takes you down the road of like overcoming them, so like the healing process of that, and then taking care of yourself, so self-care. So it's just easier to be obedient, guys, to seek God in everything that you do, and to trust the process. Like I said, God was like, if you want to do this easy way or hard way, it's up to you. And I was like, I'll take the hard way. I'm glad I ended up going the easy route, because it was a very painless process. And the hard way, which is what I had been doing, was a very painful process and could have easily been unavoided. But I guess for me, some lessons had to be learned the hard way, and that was one of them. So anyway, long story short, I hope this was an encouragement to you. I just kept it super under wraps. I had no anticipation of writing a book, and then it just happened. I used Kindle Direct publishing services. It's through Amazon. It was very easy, very quick. Like I said, the book is it's 80 pages. It's really small. It's really tiny, but it's mine. And I can say that I'm a writer now. Like, even though this will probably never get published unless God says otherwise, it was a very fun process being on the other end of it. I see it as being fun. So anyway, yes, so let's see what my parents think when they see it. All right, you guys, so this is the cover, and it's a 5x8. I did cream pages, and yeah, here's the back. I don't want to go into a lot of detail, but like,